are going to be talking about overcoming all kinds of obstacles as a child, being fatherless, not having money to go to school, one whole bag of things, and becoming the founder and CEO of an international brand, being a nation builder, and all of that with Felicia in just a few moments. So I'm gonna be giving some people time to come on. Oh, I see Felicia is on. Hi, I see you. All right. So let me see. Let me get her on. If you're watching on here, please go over to Instagram to see Felicia's face. All right. Let me send you an invite. How come? All right, we see people popping on. Hey, here we go. Hi, Oshi. Hi, King Soul. Welcome to the live. We're waiting on Felicia to join. This is going to be an amazing live. I know it. I know it. I know it. Thanks for coming on early. Please just invite a few people on while we are here. Wait a minute. Felicia, can you send me an invite? I sent you one, but I'm not sure if you got it. Oh yeah, it was sent. All right. So look for a video invite, or if you're not seeing it, just send one to me so you can just hop on quickly. Hi, Magan Empowers, welcome. We are waiting for our guests to join. Just give us a few minutes. Let's see. Hi, Raquel. Felicia, can you send me an invite? All right, here we go. I see it popping up on my end. Fabulous. All right, we should be good to go now. Please work, please work, please work, please work, please work, please work. Yay! She has arrived. I am doing great. It's so good to be on your live. Like I just about this moment, but I never knew that's actually how it comes. So hello to you. I know it's coaching. So hello, and thank you so much for having me. Oh, I'm so happy to have you. Your face looks cute, don't Felicia? Because I'm trying to work on, so I don't do anything about this for that project that I'm working on. You'll be seeing more about it as we go forward into next week. Nice, nice. That sounds good. Question to those of you watching though. Are you hearing her clearly? I want to know, tap some hearts and let me know if you're hearing her clearly. I'm hearing some feedback in the background. I was told that they help. All right, let's see. All right, we're going to check this. There's a feedback. All right. All right, so give us a minute. So we'll sort out the audio issues and then we'll be on. Hi, Embrace 21. We see people popping in on online as well. Facebook, YouTube, hop in the chat and let me know where you're watching from. All right, we're having some We're having a bit of a technical difficulty. We want Felicia. Okay, I think she got cut off. All right, so we're waiting for her to rejoin. Seems as if she has some. Hi, Brittany. She has some issues. All right, let's try connecting again. Yes, Madame Brittany, I can see. Brittany is watching us from Brooklyn in New York. We are in Farin. Can you hear her clearly though? Can you hear her? Say something. Say something so we can know. I just type yes in the chat. Can you hear me? Hello, I don't know where it's coming from. Oh. Monique is watching from Facebook. Welcome, Monique. Brittany saying, well, your voice is low. On Instagram, are you able to hear her clearly? Oh, there's still a feedback. There's still a feedback. All right, but we need to hear her. You know, this needs to be shared. So we're gonna work it out tonight. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it too. All right, can you try log on and log off? I can hear you, but you have a lot of feedback in your background. Yeah. All right, hold on. Can you try just resetting and come back on? All right, so Felicia is she's going to reset and come right back on. Hi, Latoya. Hi, Brittany. Hi, oh, we're saying hi to all the people on Facebook. Be a boss. Thanks for that feedback, be a boss. Melissa. All right, so she's going to try and reboot and come back on because this definitely needs to be shared, y'all. This is something that we can't keep to ourselves. She has a powerful story. I can tell you from the bit that I know, lost her father very early in life. Her mother had some serious issues growing up, so they weren't able to connect. Went to live with her grandmother, didn't have anything to go through school, eventually graduated school, graduated college, pursuing masters, and is the founder of a local business in Jamaica, as well as impacting lives internationally. And not only that, she is a certified nation builder, like awards from the government and all. So I really, really want her to share her journey with you so you can understand the importance of commitment, having a vision, and really just deciding within yourself that, you know, this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna go after, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. This is like living proof of what you can do. So we can't let Felicia go tonight. We're waiting on her to log on. Let me see, she's sending me a message. While you're there though, if you can think of any questions that you have for her, drop them in the chat because we're gonna take Q&A after. We are definitely gonna take Q&A after. If you're just joining us, we're having some technical difficulties. So we'll be back on in just a few. All right. Let me just share. Rashmak, Abigail, welcome. We're waiting on our guest to reboot and come back in. That's the thing about technology. While we wait though, let me just ask you to go and register for P3 Summit now. P3 Summit is literally just a week away. All right, here we go. Go to p3summit.net. Felicia is also one of our speakers. All right, I think she's back. I believe she's back. Is it any better? Sounding, let me see. Can you guys hear her any better? All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Check your WhatsApp and see if you can join on that link. No problem, I'll do that. Oh, I see the link that you sent me. We're troubleshooting over here, guys. All right, let's see if this works. If this works, IG, I'm gonna have to figure out how to roll you in. Oh my goodness. This is gonna get interesting. This is gonna get interesting. All right, I'm waiting for her to come in studio. So if you don't know, I like to do my lives in studio. Let's see. I'm trying to turn around the camera. So this is my in studio view. So I just sent her over to come and join me in studio. So while I wait, what might happen is if she's able to come on, then I'll just keep my phone here so you guys can see her and you'll definitely be able to hear as well. So let me just wait. Let's drop this here. We gonna do this tonight, y'all. We are gonna do this tonight. Thank you for your patience. Let me see. Can you get in? Oh, things are gonna be easier. All right, waiting for her to pop in studio. For those of you who are just coming on, we're having a bit of an issue with the sound quality. We're not hearing Phelisa quite well. So we're troubleshooting a couple of things. And as soon as we're able to sort it out, we are gonna get started. Worst case scenario, we reschedule, but we still have time. We still have time. So while we wait, we're gonna try to see to work our technical magic and see if we can get her on nevertheless. So thanks for your patience. What happened here so now? Oh, I see her. I see her. I see her. All right, let me see now. Go ahead, Phelisa.
Hi. Is it any better now?
All right, so guess what? We're gonna have to fix the Instagram people there because they can't see you.
They can't? That's
No, because
weird.
no, we're in studio now.
Oh. I don't know why is it echoing though. Like this is weird. I've never had it like that, but Instagram can be.
All right, so the Instagram, so here's what's happening now, guys. So if you're on YouTube and Facebook, you can see and hear both Phelisa and myself. If you're not on IG, no, sorry, not Instagram. Let me get my thoughts together. If you are on Facebook and YouTube, you can see and hear Phelisa. If you're on Instagram, you're watching the screen from my computer, and I hope that you can hear. So tap some hearts on IG and let me know if you can hear her. Go ahead, Phelisa.
Hi, can you hear me on Instagram? Checking in on Instagram. Checking in on Instagram. What was the audio over there? Tap those hearts if you can hear. No? All right, let me try to
No, no, no.
see.
Okay, wait. No, that's just me. Sorry. Just
Okay.
tap the hearts and let us know if you can hear her, guys.
Is it, can you hear? I think they're hearing because I did a quick test with my Instagram as well.
Yeah, yeah. Fabulous. All right. So I'm just giving them a great angle so they can see what's going on. All right.
Okay,
So
perfect.
we finally made it live.
Finally, that's the thing about technology. When one doesn't work, we try something else and see what works.
Yes, and Brittany is saying that she can hear you good and clear. Great. So this
Excellent, excellent. I love
okay.
that.
So we are going to get started. So you were saying something about earlier when you just came on. I'm not sure they heard you, so I want you to repeat it for them.
So I was saying that I've been actually observing you like from I started coaching, like Julia was the person within the space that the go-to person that you literally, if you're not following Julia, you're not, you're like nothing is going on for you in the coaching world. Like I remember when my friend sent me and she's like, "Hey, Julia, she's a coach, like she's a teacher. I know she coaches teachers, she teaches them how to make their online courses." Like I was just so inspired. Like I'd be on your page. I think at one point I was following with all of my pages, and I was just inspired by your journey, your passion, and your zeal. So great job. And I'm so happy that you're hosting this P3 summit.
Oh my goodness. Oh, these things give me goosebumps all over, but I'm glad I was able to be of inspiration, to be honest with you, because that's what I aim for. Like
Definitely.
that's my heart's desire to really empower a person so that they can be the best version of themselves. So talking about being the best version of yourself, the title of tonight's live is Overcoming Obstacles to Rise to Greatness. And man, your story is amazing. Like I've
Thank
read
you.
of you, I've been watching I know bits and pieces of it. But I want us to start from the end, right? Start from where we are now, and then give people the perspective of how you got to this place. So I want to find out from you, like, what is your definition of greatness?
All right. So for me, greatness is all about achieving those dreams, those visions that you wake up to them every morning. The things that you wake up to every morning, the things that when you go to bed, it's that thing that's on your heart. Everybody has desires. Everybody has something on their heart that they go to bed with it. They wake up and it's the first thing that's on their mind. That is your greatness. And you have to go after it. No, the definition of greatness is when you're able to make steps in the direction of those dreams that you go to bed with, those dreams and visions that you wake up with in the morning. That's the definition of greatness. So for me, I've always wanted to have my online school. I've always wanted to become a coach. I've always wanted to become a speaker, but I didn't know that was possible because, as Julia, as you were mentioning, I grew up in a very rough situation, it was a very dark period for me in my childhood. But when I'm now able to achieve these things that I didn't even know were actually possible, I believe that it is the beginning of my greatness. I don't feel like I have done it all. I have so much more to accomplish, but it's the beginning of it.
I like that. I like you put that caveat in. You have so much more to accomplish.
Definitely.
I was very deliberate in thinking about that because when people generally think of being great, they think about the people they see on TV or the
Yes.
president of this country here or some celebrities who's everybody trying, everybody's trying to take their pictures. They don't understand that
Yes.
your definition of greatness is completely different from theirs. And you have to define what success, you have to define what greatness is for yourself and take steps towards achieving that. Like you can't look
Definitely.
at the other person and say, oh, they're doing great things, I can't be like them. No, define it for yourself. So Felisa was able to define that for herself. And I want you to take us back to your childhood, just so that you can understand. So, like, I don't even know. You have to tell the story, because when I think about it, I'm like, how did she manage? Like, ah, so yeah, share with us the journey from when all of those obstacles started for you.
Okay, so what happened now? I'm going to actually broadcast live as well on my Instagram because there's some persons who said that they can't find the link. So I'm just gonna do it and I hope that they can hear in the meantime. All right. So for me, I grew up in rural Jamaica in Trelawney. That's and after being born in Jamaica, I was living with my mother at the time, and my father was around, but then he died when I was 7 years old. It was a very traumatic period for me. And then my mother developed a mental illness, which meant that she couldn't take care of me anymore. She would start asking me, "Where's the next Phelisa?" And I'm like, "Mom, I'm not a twin. Even if I'm a twin, I don't know about that. It was just me and you from I was born. I don't know anybody." So she constantly kept asking me for another Felisa. And then she was just out of it. So I was living with my grandmother at the time, and she tried her best to literally take care of me while not having any source of income. She was selling in the market here and there, but that wasn't a steady source of income for her. Went to primary school and struggled, like struggled. There were times when we didn't have anything to eat. We didn't have the necessary amenities. We didn't have electricity in our house. We didn't have running water. And it's not a very long time ago, like, back in the days when your older folks would say they never had electricity. I'm talking like probably a few years because I'm just 24 years old right now. So it was a recent period, like in the 2000s. And I grew through primary school and it was just very dark, very depressing. I kept wondering what my purpose was. And it was just very depressing for me. But then I kept going. I was always top of my class, always doing well in different areas of my life. But I never felt fulfilled. Like, what am I supposed to do? Then I went to high school, got the school of my choice, Westwood High School, got the school of my choice because academically I was gifted. Academically, got the school of my choice, went there, and then that teenage year, the period of darkness even came over me more because I started questioning, wondering, who am I? I searched in different avenues for affection, for that purpose in areas that I wasn't even supposed to look as a teenager, which had severe consequences on my life. But I kept going until I met this wonderful high school teacher, Miss Lawson, who basically believed in me and took me over and adopted me. And then I was able to realize that, you know what? You were actually meant for a purpose. Even though you're going through a dark period, something big is going to happen in your life. So I kept pushing until I was able to graduate from high school. Then I went to Teachers College, studied Bachelor's of Education in Teaching because I simply wanted to become a teacher, Julia, because my teacher was literally my savior. So I wanted to become a teacher. So I started teaching, and after graduating from college, of course, I was vice president at college, debate society president, and some other things. I was constantly active because I just felt like I had to make a difference. I had to inspire other persons with my story. So that's where the mission and the drive really started. But I'm going to pause here just in case you have questions before I go to post teaching year in the teaching years.
When you said you went to Westwood, so we're gonna officially adopt you as a St. Hilda's.
That's a bad idea, Julia. We know this. We know this.
Oh my goodness! All right, so that's the inside joke. She went to St. Hilda's. She went to Westwood High. I went to St. Hilda's. We are right across the hills from each other, a few minutes away.
Yes.
Oh, we don't really get along that way.
It's just so weird. Like I can't understand why, and it's to the closest all girls school to each other, and they just don't get along.
But we grow up and we know better, so we're friends. We're
Yes,
friends. We're
we
friends.
know that.
But I'm just thinking about like in the earlier days.
Yeah.
Like you realized later on in life that you really wanted to share your story, you wanted to share your experience. But in the early days, you're going through primary school, you're going through high school. What motivated you? Like at that young age, how did you have so much sense to know that you should stay focused on your education and really look forward to something in the future?
At that age, all I wanted to do was to graduate from school, and I felt like education was my way out. I know we never had anything, we never had television, we hardly listened to the radio because that operated on battery, and we didn't have no money to buy no battery. So it was just me and my books. Like I was always buried in my books. So my books became my vision. So I constantly I read inspirational books. And those books, they told me stories of persons who were going through similar circumstances. So my books, they were my ray of hope. That's how I knew that there were other people other than me, because we were like the last persons in our community. I never spoke to anybody. So my books were like my way of socializing. So I'm like, all right, this character is me. I saw myself in those characters, and I knew that if they made it, then I could make it too. So just a plug that read books, read books. I know that Julia has a book, a very good book. You should read it. And I'm writing a book. Can't tell you when it's going to be released because I keep putting it off. But I'm also going to be writing a book. So read books, constantly read. Books help you. So books are my motivation. And I knew that there had to be a silver lining. I never knew anything else. I just knew that education had to be my way out of this poor situation. Like I just had to grow up to help my mother, to help my grandmother, and to just show persons that you don't have to be a circumstance of your situation.
I think you and my mother had a conversation at some point in the past, because she would drill that in my head too. Like I had to graduate from school. I had to pass all my subjects. And I didn't understand it then, but I get it now because that was her way of pushing me out of poverty. And you already had that intrinsically. Like if you have nothing else, at least you have your education and you use that to figure out life. So we're in college now. Welcome Teen Boss Workshop. Hi Shelly. Hi Mitcha. Mitcha Business Coach. A couple of people are popping in on Instagram. And we see a lot more people joining us on Facebook as well. Type in the chat as we go through, guys. If you have any questions for Phelisa, type them in the chat because we're gonna go through Q&A as we get towards the end. All right. So you took us to the point of Teachers College, right?
Yes.
So how did you manage paying for Teachers College? Because I have my own story, and I think these guys know because I've shared it so many times. But how did you manage? How did you afford Teachers College?
Well, that was a struggle. Like when I was in high school, I couldn't even pay my high school tuition. So let's start there. Like my family couldn't afford high school fees. So when I reached grade 11, I had thousands of fees piling up because Westwood and even St. Hilda's, they give you lunch. So you get lunch. So lunch is in it. So you have to pay for this. So this tuition at the time was like about $40,000 per term, I think. I'm just trying to remember the figure. So every term I had all of that for the 5 years backed up. Like there was not a single cent paid for me. I was just in the people in school, like, hello, I mean, I have no money. It's just me. Is either gonna take me or not gonna fling me out. But thank God they didn't throw me out. They had me there. And when I reached high school, when I reached grade 11, an article was actually published in the Gleaner about me, a 17-year-old's faith in the face of adversity, which spoke about the fact that I was doing very well, went through tumultuous periods of my life, and I was not gonna graduate because I need to pay these fees. And Westwood Old Girls Association, along with several persons who read the article, reached out and they contributed towards my tuition being covered. So all of that tuition for high school was covered, and I think I got some money from Westwood Old Girls, which I'm now the vice president of because I really want to give back to that area. I got some money towards a scholarship to start university, Church Teachers College. No, starting Church Teachers College, I got the start. Like I got the start that I needed. So the start comes, but sometimes it's not the start that is difficult for some of us. It is the middle. When I was going to go into second year now, Julia, No money, no money. Like, girl, I forgot to drop out of college now because that's it. Like, they covered the first year, you have to figure it out for your second year. I remember writing so many letters to so many corporate companies telling them my story and literally begging them to give me some money to help me to finish this degree because I really want this degree. Julia, like not one of those companies responded to me. Like it's the first I'm actually speaking about this part. Like not one of those companies responded to me. And I was about to actually fall out, but Miss Lawson was behind me. And then I saw an opportunity where the government was giving out scholarships for persons studying math and science. I was studying science and it was the first year of the scholarship, yes. And I applied for the scholarship and I think two of us got the most money for that scholarship at the time. They covered tuition, they covered boarding, and they even gave us stipend to go to college. So it was the government of Jamaica who gave me the scholarship. Then NCB gave me a scholarship. Then Wisinko gave me a scholarship. So I was able to go through college because of scholarships. Like my family never had the money. It was just Miss Lawson, my mentor and adopted mother, and the scholarships that I got that actually allowed me to go through.
This is where preparation meets opportunity. And the two of them combine, and here is Phelisa. I keep calling it. See, Phelisa, how many years later? Just sharing her progress and how she was able to overcome. And I had to pause there because I think of how many people who are feeling extremely desolate, but they're stuck in their desolate situation, crying, "Woe is me! Nobody's not helping me. Might as well I just end my life and done." And I shared my whole situation about suicide last week, and so many people are at that place, giving up, not realizing that there is an opportunity waiting for them to just get up off of your derrieres, your bums, your backsides, and just start doing something. Start implementing some of those dreams and some of those desires that you have. Put some work into it. And you never know, like in a month's time, 2 months' time, a year time, 2 years' time, you'll be ready for that opportunity that has been sitting down and waiting for you all this long time. But if you give up right now, hello, everything is over and done with.
That's true,
So
Julia.
I think that's the theme. That's the real theme for like all of what you just shared just now. Just not giving up, still persevering regardless of the circumstance and the situation. You know?
Definitely.
So Felisa now is business owner, coach, and a coordination builder. So we need to touch on that and a bunch of other things. And I didn't even know this. One of my colleagues sent me an observer article of you that was just recently published. I'm like, okay,
Yes.
then yeah, so things are going, things are happening.
September.
Yes, yes. So let's talk about what you do. Oh, by the way, before we jump into that, guys, she is going to be one of our. She is not going to be. She is one of our speakers at P3 Summit. That's happening on November 29 and 30. That's literally like a week and a half away. So if you have not yet registered, please go to p3summit.net and register for the event. It's a free virtual event. And I said a couple days ago that you can literally show up in your underwear and people are like, Julia, you can't say that. But it's true. It's true. It's a virtual event. You open up your computer. We're going to be having speakers from all over the world pouring into you practical strategies that you can use to really uplift your life. Phelisa is one of those speakers, and she's going to be sharing a lot about how you can build your personal brand and business online. So tell us what you do now, and you can segue into like just giving them a teeny weeny tips of what your presentation is all about.
All right. So right now, I am the founder and managing director of Western STEM Academy, which is a full-time virtual school. And in addition to that, I am the CEO of the Purpose Finder Club, which is a coaching club that helps persons to start and grow their own successful businesses using the skills that you already have. So in the P3 Summit that I'm so excited to be a part of, I'll be talking about how you can start a successful online business, a business that you can literally operate from your smartphone or from your computer, from any location. Because there's so many times that we feel stuck and we feel like we have so much more to offer. And that was me. Like, can you imagine, after having gone through all of that, I was a teacher because that's what I wanted to do. And then I just started feeling stuck. I felt stuck in education, and it's my passion. I want to be a teacher, but then I just felt out of place. I'm going to the classroom and I feel like I'm just not doing what I'm supposed to do, starting to question my purpose, question my vision. And I'm like, you know what? I really love teaching, but there is more to teaching for me. So I'm going to have my own school, which I can also teach in it because I'm teaching at my school now because I really love teaching. It's something that I love, but I believe that there was so more that we could offer. So many persons feel stuck. They're in jobs that they really don't like. Like, I actually like teaching. It was just the other aspects of it that was just overbearing that I had to leave. But there are persons who are in jobs that they don't like because they just want to get the money. But what if you can do something that you really love and get paid for it and get paid even more? So I started this coaching business actually on my birthday this year, January 11, and I've helped over 100 clients to actually start and grow their own successful businesses. I sometimes I just get I just get feel all sorts of feelings when they send me their results and say, "Hey, I made this amount of money. Hey, I've increased sale in my business." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, is this really happening?" So it is rewarding and you can pursue your purpose. So sign up for the P3 Summit by visiting p3summit.net and be a part. There are over 12 speakers. How many speakers we have, Julia?
Yeah, we're at 12.
12 speakers who will be speaking on how you can move from passion to purpose and eventually profit from all of that. So you can't afford to miss this. It's free. Like, people are charging thousands of dollars for for sessions that are not even as packed. Like, I remember a session I was looking at, it was like $40,000. I'm not saying that it wasn't good, but I'm saying that this is free and you're getting a lot of value. Imagine one speaker is valued at $40,000 minimum and you're getting 12 of that. So that's like over almost $500,000 worth of value for free. So please do not miss it.
Absolutely. Thank you for that plug, Phelisa. Guys, you must have questions for her. I mean, I keep forgetting I need to speak proper English, because they're not all the people from Jamaica. When I get excited, the Creole takes over. I'm sorry, guys. You have to forgive me. Do you have any questions for her? We're going to be taking all of your questions in the chat. I'm watching the chat both on Instagram and on YouTube and Facebook on from the studio here. So share any questions, any comments. Let me just tell you, I saw some comments popping up here on IG. Let me tell you, Shelly's registered for the summit. Hey, Shelly. Awesome. Make sure you share the link with your friends and your family. T is saying there's a scripture about that, Galatians 6, verse 9. We're going to bookmark that and check it later. Galatians 6 and verse 9. We'll probably just share it in my stories with you. Somebody says that you're an overcomer. You're an
Thank you.
overcomer. Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you. Thank you for that.
yeah. Trust me. Shelly laughing at her St. Hilda's and Westwood joke. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. I don't know why we don't like each other at all. It's just a thing. All right. So here's a question: how do you transition from teaching to business? And that's
Transition.
something on Facebook.
How do I transition from teaching to business? All right, the first thing, I have to be real with you. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy, but I'm going to tell you that it's worth every second of it. So when I started my business, I was actually teaching. Like, I started my business on the verge of losing a teaching job. So I lost a teaching job, very comfortable teaching job. It was private school. They paid me about 2.5 times what I was getting in government school. So, girl is going where the money is. But then time came and they were like, girl, you gotta go. You're a good teacher, but we are cutting back. We are not going to be continuing with your services anymore. That's in the middle of a pandemic when girl just took out a car that was charging me over $50,000 per month for payment. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, I've had this dream of starting my business. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start doing classes because we don't have any money over here. So I transitioned because at that point, because one, there was a purpose, but two, there was also the need to do it. So how do you transition? I tell persons, do not wait until you're put in a situation when you have no other choice. Start it no. Start it no. Now, after doing that, I got another teaching job. So I was doing my 9 to 5, the teaching job, as well as my business, and trying to grow it while trying to remain committed to the 9 to 5 at the time, of course, until business is profitable for me to walk away. I walked away this year fully, September 2021. So I walked out of it. So that's what you need to do. You need to start small things. Like you're not gonna have 24/7 to work on your business, but the time after work, I know as teachers you can become overwhelmed with all of the lesson plans, the things to mark and everything, but set aside at least 1 to 2 hour daily for your business, for your goals. Work on it. Make small steps towards it. I know teachers who are teaching right now and are out earning what they get from their teaching salary in their businesses that they just work on for 3 to 4 hours a day. Like, yeah, I have I have a client who uses just two, she does tutoring, and two of her students for the week, for the month, make her entire teaching salary, and she's teaching over 210 students. So 210 students versus two students in her business, and she's getting the same pay for less hours. So what I say, start doing small, taking small steps towards your business. And once your business is at a point where you see that it can sustain you, it can sustain your expenses, your business can also grow on its own. Then if you're ready to make that transition, if you have enough money to make the transition, then go over and transition.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. We talk about the 5 to 9. You go to your 9 to 5, and then when you get home, you eat dinner and start on your 5 to 9. And if you want to
Definitely.
spend 2, 3, 5 hours and stay up until midnight and work on it, but the important thing is to take small steps. If it's half an hour you have, skip the news, skip the 3 YouTube video that you're gonna watch, and take that half an hour to work on the business and build that up over time. Don't wait on a big bang and say, "Hey, I'm doing business here." No, little by little, and everything will build up over time. All right. Brittany says she's scared to charge. Brittany, Brittany, I'm gonna meet you now, Brittany. Brittany, we need to have a talk. We need to have a talk. Brittany is one of my students from my position of purpose program, and she's now ready to transition to business. So she understands her purpose. I know she's ready to move into business. So get ready, Brittany. Take your time, little by little, and you'll get it done. Someone is saying in the chat that you need supportive people around you. Of course, of course. Absolutely. Those are the people that are going to motivate you. I have my accountability partner tomorrow evening at 4 o'clock, and we're going to talk about 2022. You understand? That's where we are already. We're already in 2022. You need those people around you to like pump you up and support you and share ideas. And that's very, very important. Ridiculously important.
That's true.
Any other questions for Phelisa in the chat? I'm checking. You see me? Put my face up in the phone. I'm checking Instagram, and I'm also checking the messages here back in studio. All right, so no more questions. No, hello. We've been on for so long. Kimandi, welcome. You're catching us at the end, but nevertheless, you get some information and you can also watch the replay. All right, so just a quick reminder, guys, I'm looking for any more questions to pop up. P3 Summit is in a week and a half, November 29 and 30. Please make sure that you go to p3summit.net and you register. It's a free virtual event. Also, you can follow Phelisa. She is at Purpose Finder Strategist on Instagram. You can go over there and bombard her page. Stalk her if you must, if you need help in any way. And if you enjoyed tonight's session, you need to come and listen to her presentation in the summit. I'm just saying, you really do. So follow her on Instagram, Purpose Finder Strategies, and don't forget to register for the summit as well. All right, let me see one last check for any questions before we log off this evening. All right, I wanted to send up some hearts and some big thank yous to Phelisa for joining us, because I know that you were empowered tonight. All right, so here's one comment. You are, where is it? You are an inspiration. I can relate to your story of childhood trauma. I can also relate to overcoming obstacles. So pretty much you're saying that you inspired her tonight, and that's coming from Brittany. Thank you for sharing that, Brittany. I mean, a lot of us weren't born with gold spoons in our mouths. So when you see somebody who has really progressed, who has really rise to the level of greatness, it's like you look at people like Phelisa and you say, if she can do it,
then you can. Definitely.
And that's the point. That's the whole point. All right. Shelly is saying thanks for this. You are welcome, Shelly. And there's a lot of hearts going up on IG, by the way. From it's I can't pronounce the name. It's Zanali.
Oh, it's Zanali.
That's your people. Okay. That's your people. All right, that's it for this evening, everyone. We are going to be logging out. Next week, we're coming with more. We have just the amazing speakers coming to share their stories. So we thank you so much, Phelisa, for just being open and vulnerable tonight. And I know that you definitely inspired a lot of the persons who were watching.
And thank you for having me, Julia, and thank you for hosting this event. I'm definitely looking forward. So guys, please do not miss the event, and have a great night.
Bye, guys. All right, let me log out of Instagram. Well, at least we're able to get proud of you, boo. Hold on, let me log off because y'all having too much fun in the chat. All right, we're gonna save that. Bye, YouTube. Bye, Facebook. I'm happy we're able to get the tech working tonight. Have a good night to everyone, and we'll see each other on November 29 and 30. Well, was on.